Hello everybody, first month is here. Finally, I decided to do the machete contest, which I think advertised, I said it in this way, about I believe last year, and because due to COVID, and the second thing, I didn't have the last two competitors, and it will be like kind of competition, but it's something like that what the machete can do for us with different price. So I showed you with the intro the four competitors, and here we've got all of them, so include the Gerber gators. So I'll do quick review for all these five machetes, and then we go for that. There will be some slicing, light chopping, some splitting and these things, so I believe it worth the time. So we got the machetes just very quickly from the left side. Is top 0.230, the most of expensive, 160 US dollars, came made of 1095, made in USA, came with the sheath on the right side. The second one is Ontario Bushcraft machete, I believe 80, 90 US dollars, I'm not sure now, came without sheath. Made it 5160 spring steel with a coating. This is the special edition. Normally you can buy it without coating, with some kind of walnut handle. I believe this is micarta. The third one is jungle machete made by cold steel. Is made of 1055 high carbon steel with the cordura sheath, I believe, with the reinforced bottom where the tip is. The fourth is the Gerber gator, made of whatever steel, I don't know, made in China probably, or Taiwan, I don't know also. With a steel, as I said, I don't know, but it's proven. I use it here in my cabin for a long time. It works nicely, even the sawback. By the way, this is only the machete here with sawback on it, but the sawback works. That's very important. It has the sheath also, and it was for 40 US dollars, about same as the cold steel jungle machete. And the last one, Tramontina 18, came without sheath. Price was about 16 US dollars, so very cheap. And it was only one, I believe, from all time I had, which is slightly bent. I show in my room. It was important. I did lots of changes on that machetes, not on the Gerber gator. That is still the same. I said I will do the wooden handle for it, but I forget that I didn't do that, because I found that Ontario Bushcraft machete, which was made of better steel. So let's say they claimed what the steel is, so 5160 with the micarta handle, which is something what I really like, so that's why I came to that one. I reprofiled and did lots of work on that machete, as you might know, so that's why I forget about that one. And this one stays in my cabin, as I said, so we use it quite often when we are here, and it works nicely, even with that handle, which is not the best one. I also reprofiled the tip. Here, as you can see, this is not the original. I made it kind of cutlass because simply I like it, and they said it's made of about 1070 high carbon steel, and it takes some time, and but I think it's not really much as 1095. So I did lots of 1095, lots of on 5160. I will do something on the jungle machete also, because I like it simply. Nothing on here, and that one is generally done. Maybe I'll do something with the handle, but it's done. What I want to say, many of these, I think there was this tops, even the most expensive, was quite dull when I bought this new, and the top, I mean the switch, the rounded towards the tip, was really dull, and tip was useless. The Ontario Bushcraft machete was much more better, but towards the tip also nothing really. It wasn't good simply. On the cold steel jungle machete, it was good. There was burr on it, but when I took off the burr, the machete works, I mean the edge works, even the tip was sharp as it is, so you can see the line, it was originals. I believe the same on the Gerber, it came pretty much sharp, so it works from the very first time. Also a little bit on the rounded where the belly is, that was a little bit dull, but also it wasn't bad. And on the Tramontina, that was completely dull. The this part, I like to remind you, this one was trailing point, so from about here up to the tip, it was somewhere here maybe, it was useless. It was completely dull without any sharpening. So that's why I did it, and it's sharp now. It works. I use it already. That's why you see it's dirty, because it's used. So let's start. So as normally as we do here, you won't see me, but I hope you will see all the work. What's important here, I won't do any drills, I mean the test tips, test tip for that. Why? Because as I said, a couple of them was useless as it was as new. So you can change your tip whatever you like. Just take your take a file. You can do it literally by hand. Take some sandpaper, and you can do pretty much sharp tip, that much sharp tip as you want. So that's not important. So, but from the as a new one, only the jungle machete was tipped like this one, and I hope you agree it will drill without any problem. So we won't do that. The next thing is I will do that is how these can work with a ferro rod. I can tell you right now, the Tramontina feels very sharp on the corners, so we'll see. But this is also, yeah, very nice, absolutely great, just light, absolutely great. But and you can feel that, so we can use it if we do debark, absolutely great. What's important also, because these are kind of soft materials, even the tops machete is, as I said, probably how say differential heat treated, so the edge is harder than the spine, so you can do the place for throw shaving here. Unfortunately I rounded it because I like it that, but I believe I prepared it here. Yes, see that on here, so I can do that. So it's not as important because you can do it by hand. Again, you can use the file, absolutely great, no problem here. I didn't try it on this one because it's new one. Coating is there, not really much, not really good for it. Now it's rounded, feels rounded. For the debarking it works, but definitely, but it's, as I said, it's 10:55, so 1-2 minutes with a file and you can have it. And what about the Gerber gator? There seems to be, yes, here on the front, this one works. Just for the touch you can feel that it works like this one. So definitely, of course, we got a saw back on it, so even maybe on the tip here, because this is dull, so it probably would work, but it's not comfortable. This is more comfy, like this one. Okay, so not something important. So tip and spark throwing is just matter of your time. Even if the machete can't do that as a new one, you can do it you can fix it very fast in your workshop. Even at home, you don't need to be in workshop. Take a file and sandpaper and you got it. Okay, now something a little bit unusual, splitting. Something what we probably won't use with machetes, but I'll be happy if all machetes can do. I don't have the same pieces of wood because It's hard to find, of course, but this is of course the tops 0.230, and it can split pretty easy. I'll burn the wood today, so Ontario bushcraft, go for the harder way. 5160 spring steel, twisted wood. I hate that. No problems. Oh, what I didn't tell you when I did, sorry, on the Tramontina, this one was the original point of balance. When I did the work on the tape, the point of balance moved, as you can see, is out of the line. Hope you see that. It's about 5, maybe even 6-7 millimeters back to the handle, which I like. That was too much blade heavy for me. I don't count it as an advantage for me. Definitely not with the elbow now. So that was the Ontario. Now with cold steel jungle machete 1055 high carbon steel. For the very first time, I'm using this machete right now. It's very first time. Seems to me the coating is going off quite fast. You can see that. Yeah, the coating is probably low quality. There is a knot, so we'll see how this Gerber can do that. I won't go to the knot. This is probably the hardest part. See how the machete is bent, because the I'm not sure if this one survives that. Yeah. Now it turns. Straight, guys, straight. This one was the hardest test, I believe. Now you'll see why. The Gerber Gator, guys, is good machete. Only the handle, you know, you can see the video when I took the handle off. It's kind of crappy, but the blade isn't bad. Still, maybe I will do the handle because it's worth it probably. And the 16 US $ Tramontina, which is bent already as a new one, a little bit, but it is. Maybe I'll make it straight now. I'm not sure. I'm joking. Okay, guys. This one was harder. Also, all the woods here was twisted. That's incredible. And any new damages? No, it seems it's a little bit bent to that side from place where it was. Of course, this one was the using, which is not normal for machetes. Green stuff chopping. Nice and easy. This one, even it should be in the same weight. Nice and easy. It should be in the same weight. This one feels lighter. This is heavier. This should have about 550 grams. This is 627, so 70 grams heavier. Wow, this is kind of like a cookie. This one sinks in because it's really thin. I can't remember the thickness. Maybe it's 2 millimeters only, something like this one. Excellent. Now let's go for the harder. Okay, let's do it. I tried to let it go. Yeah. There is a knot. Okay, so we're going to harder side, but this should be the best chopper out of these because the weight and the angle. Uh-oh, not really. I have to really use power. Without it, it won't go in. Maybe because the grind, because this machete, that's important. This is 2 millimeters thick. This is, I believe, about 2, maybe 1.8 millimeters, I guess 2. This is 2.8. This is 2.4, and this is 3. So this is the thickest one, and this is the second. So, and the grinding here. So you have to simply think what you use. I have to use, sorry, I use gloves. Now it reminds me not satisfied because there were the knots, sorry, knots. This one has great grind on it. This is my best chopper. If I said it maybe outperforms my cold steel Gurkha cookery, not the machete, I mean the real. This is excellent chopper with the grind. It was there, and now I increased that. It's great. That was the easy part. Now, a dry stuff. You can hear that. Excellent, no problems, and very comfortable for the chopping. Even better, even better. I like it. That's why this is my go-to machete now. Wow, we'll see about the heavy chopper. Wow, it's like a hammer. It must handle it. I mean, sorry, angle it a bit more. We'll try again. This is powerful chopper, but sometimes, as you can see, it has that much power. It will break more than chop through. Definitely, guys, as I said, not bad for the price. Anyone says something that Solbeck is for nothing, it's crap, then don't trust him. 40 US dollars. Excellent. And our $16 machete. Excellent. For 16 US dollars. Excellent. This is walnut tree. Again, I will burn it today, this evening. So as a wood preparing, this grind is only one out of those which is hollow grinded. This is hollow grind, so maybe it bites in because of that. Let's have a look for this. Wow. As I said, if this one doesn't chop it through, it will break it off. There is a knot. I hit a knot. That one, as you can see, was nicely chopped off. Even it takes a long time. Out of those, this is probably the most comfortable. Probably because my angle changing, because otherwise it was kind of blocky. But anyway, it is like that. The second place as a okay. Oh, sorry. First, I'll finish this one. As you can see, I'm in the harder part of the wood. Okay, I got this one now. I got those guys. For the handling, Ontario Bushcraft Machete as a handling, it was very comfortable. The Tramontina, the cheapest one, was I think somewhere on the second position for the comfortable chopping. I mean, for the handle, how you feel that. It shared the second position with the tops, even because also I improved this one. I did the tape because makes this one more wider, so there is kind of belly, so like a palm swell is better. Without that, it will be worse. And the Gerber gator will be probably maybe the worst for that. I don't know why, just because the handle shape, maybe, I'm not sure. And also this one, it must absorb some shocks because this is too thick. For the machete is thick, and the grind it goes just straight away through, so there is some shock on when it shocks. So not bad, but I don't know. Okay, I'll try what I want to do. I'm trying to do this thing which we maybe could use. See that? Yeah. Doing this way. This is dry, so it's harder because we might use this one with a machete. Okay, not something super. Better. This one is better, guys. It's probably because it's much more thinner. 0.5 millimeter, sorry, thinner. Wow, and this is better. This one is even better. I believe this one share the grind. This is kind of like a Scandinavian grinding, and this is very close. This one goes straight from the top to the edge. This one has a little secondary bevel, but I convex that, so that's why these two are comparable. Gerber gator, also great. Even better, guys. I said this probably because it's whole grind. Well, the teeth are there, but I don't care with gloves. I don't care with gloves, so I'll try this one. Well, okay, with gloves is alright. Without gloves, I have to cover it with something, and I can do that. I believe I can do that. So it works very nice. And the Tramontina. Wow. This is, again, this is kind of Scandinavian grinding, and this is better, guys. This is the winner for this task. This is the winner. With gloves, the Gerber gator will be better. Will be on the second position. This one will be, the cold steel will be on the third. This one on the fourth. Maybe these two are similar. And this one is the last one. Even it has comfortable handling because the thick spine and the handle, everything's comfortable, but as you can see on the work, this one wasn't as good. It is simply like that. Okay. If I have to slice, of course, again, it will be great to prepare it with the chopping. Okay, this is because it's blade. There is the point of balance, so it's too heavy. I mean, the point of balance is too much out. Nice. With this handling, excellent. Just handle it like this one or this one, not really comfortable. Okay, let's find it here. I made a choice there, so that's why I can handle it here. And this is fresh stuff. With hardwood, it will be even worse. I must do it in this way, otherwise the elbow is painful, so I have to do it in this way. Also, there is some soft part, so it won't go to the real tip. But I have to tell you, I prepared on the tops, on here also, I got 10 centimeters of more sharpened edge. So that's why this is better to do it here than let's say this one. This is simply more sharper than the others. But this one, no. As I did it, okay, we'll see about this one. I'll hold it immediately in this way because I can't, this is too heavy for that. So I can do it even with two fingers, or I can do it. I must do it, to be honest. And there is a knot. There is a knot here, so I have to find a better spot for it. Yes. Okay. So let's find out. Oh, guys. Wow, it is heavy. It's heavy for the elbow now. Oh, here, when I want to grab it in that chest pull, so I'm here in the guard, so I don't have really much space to do that. Not really. So with this machete now, at the moment, because the elbow, I can't do that. So it's that's some kind of tennis elbow. You if you remember, I said in Black Hawk Tank I'm doing this test in the same day, so that's why I could still the same problems. So of course I can do it in this way if I don't break the tip, which I did already, but okay, not really comfortable for slicing, definitely not. Gerber gator. Also in this position I got long ricasso here. Maybe I'm a little bit forward than I want. Also not really comfortable, so do it in this way will be better. I didn't try. See that here I can grab it nicely without any problems because there isn't guard. Well, okay, this one can work, yeah, better than on the cold steel, definitely. Yeah, nice. There is also long ricasso, so I can handle it with 2 fingers. We'll see. Nice, nice. The starting bevel they did with a thin blade is great. What I hate on this machete is it's bent, so that's something I don't really like on my machetes. With this chest pull, excellent. Well guys, nice. So okay, and what I didn't try is if we have to okay, all these machetes are thin, so it's something new for me because I don't do that with machetes normally. Try to do it maybe even thinner if that's possible. Very nice, and very nice handling. Let's find out here. Gerber gator. Unfortunately, I can't tell you how sharp this machete is because I forget to check it. This one is, as I said, is widely used here, so maybe this is the most dull at the moment. Probably it is because I didn't sharp this machete for a while. Compared to the others, the hollow grind, it works differently. You can feel that it works in a different way. Not bad, definitely not bad. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see now. We'll see now. I don't know if I can do that. Something. We'll see. Uh-oh. The machete works great, but the wood is crap. This is crappy wood, but surprisingly, this one for this kindling works great, really. We go to the more expensive side machetes. What I do like on machetes is this one. You can handle it with two hands, which is safe, and you can use I would say safe power. So press it with two hands, it should be alright. Side. We'll see, there is a knot, so we'll see. There is a knot, so I have to do that from the lower position. But how I feel this machete, how comfortable and fine shavings it can make, because probably a better grinding there, it's great. So this one should be the best because of price, of course, and because the material. This is 1095 high carbon steel, so I have to find. And also it's sharpened more from the bottom, same as on the Ontario, and but it's thicker, so it works more as a knife than as a machete. Nice. Okay guys, I guess I did everything I want now, and probably I will do some bush passing, so we'll try how the machete works in a forest, so for real go through bush. So I mean where you use the machete for what these machetes are usually for. So I mean you want to chop down some brushes, so some branches, some bush. But take this one off. So what I can tell you now, so it was a little bit longer also, but 5 machetes takes time to use that. So what I can tell you right now is the price doesn't really matter when you go to some tool like this one. Of course, something else is if you don't want to care what you do. So if you sometimes hit a rock because, well, okay, it was there, I didn't see that because lots of green stuff around, then of course you don't want to have probably something more expensive, so you would go to that side. So 16, 40 US dollars, you know, if you are somewhere there and you are kind of careful, so you, of course, you don't want to hit a rock, but sometimes happen, so you won't be, it will be probably painful, it won't be painful for your money to do it with let's say Tramontina. Of course, then if you do that with 160 US dollars tops machete, or even with this, because also something else, this is special edition, so it's very hard to find this one again. So you can buy just the standard version without coating. So 5160 is not resistant, so with the walnut, this is micarta, so much more durable for me. Okay, so this one is more premium stuff. This is more, let's say, standard use. So if I want to go, let's say, to have some machete around the house and here on the cabin, I stick with these without any problems, even with the 16 US dollars. So it's great. It's banned, as I said, but okay, for the 16 US dollars, I'll be surprised if I buy another one, if that will be banned again also. So that will be kind of interesting. Okay, but anyway, it's great. For the skillings, as you can see, for the most comfortable handling was with this tops machete, but due to my job also with this one, so I did lots of work on it. But important is you can do it also, because these, usually the stuff, I mean the steel, is workable for you. It's not some super steel, it's not A2, it's not CPM 3V 154 cm and these stuff, which is hard generally to work, especially with a file only and, let's say, sandpaper. If you got file and sandpaper, you can do lots of work on these just by hand. So you can do lots of things. You want to change shape a little bit, make a sharper tip, or make a choice for handling like this one or this one. You can do it with file only. That's important to say. So if all these words money, absolutely yes. I will definitely do something with this cold steel. I will make it shorter. I will change a little bit the shape. Why? Because too much blade heavy. Too much blade heavy, guys. And it's generally too. It's more heavy than my kukri. So I don't want it. So it will be a chopper, but the best for the money, absolutely best for the money, is surprisingly the Tramontina. It's excellent machete for the money. For the money, if that will be in same price like these two, then that will be probably not the one. But for the money, excellent. But if you want to find something the best out of these, compare the money, the Ontario Bushcraft machete, if you do some work on it. So if you change a grind, as I did, that was, if you, I remind you, it was the trailing point on it. I don't like it, so I made it kind of clip point, make the this round sharper, more contoured handle. I made a little guard on it, made a choil on it, and for the 80 US dollars, it's the best choice, because 5160 spring steel is great steel with a coating, so you don't need to be careful really about rust. If there will be problem, okay, you have to do something like that. Some more premium stuff, and for really hard chopping, it's proven by me, tops, but it's really for people who want to have really some expensive and really very good stuff. But it is not necessary for you using, I guess, as a chopper. As a chopper, this one could be great. I mean, for the thickness, and if I change the point of balance, maybe I will do some review after I change that. But this is the winner. And the Gerber Gator also, and again, that's why I got it still, surprise me always. It is for the money, even with the saw bag, which I do like. It is great, guys. So I can recommend all these machetes. But if you can, for the, as a general, just one out of these, pick the Ontario bushcraft. And if you want to have something cheaper, what you don't care, you miss a rock or something like that, go for one of these two. This one, if you want to have advantage of the saw back, I mean. But if you don't care, you don't want it, go for the Tramontina around the house, and you won't be not satisfied. It will be it will be good for you, definitely. So here we are. I'd like to do some work here on this bush to show you how these machetes, I got all these five competitors, I would say, how these machetes can serve us in the main task, which is the path clearing. I will start with the heaviest, which is this cold steel jungle, and go to the probably Tramontina, which is the lightest. Okay, I go for that. 627 grams, so 1.5 pounds about, and this is really heavy machete. So not really as I want, but we'll see. So the second heaviest is probably the tops. I finished the job here. See how spring it is. We are under this big tree, so nothing will grow here that close to the tree. Better for me. The third, very close weight to the tops. But thinner. I will do it in this way, just to do more cuts. Definitely better. Now the Gerber gator. Whole grind, relatively light. So for the flips, and like in jungle or somewhere in rainforest, here you can do really nothing with flip. You have to chop, really. So like on here, you have to use power to chop what you need. Very good performance, but I think because the thin blade and hollow grind, and the lightest one Tramontina. Find some thinner parts. Okay, I finished this one. That's why I sharpened this part. All of that was cut by this, because it was completely dull. Before that, useless for it. Now you can see. And now finally something light. So if I want, well, I'm ready to go there. Guys, for the path clearing, I guess the Tramontina is the best. Why? Because it's lighter. It has the very close length, about 40 centimeters, so 18 inches, I believe it was that. So it's lighter now with because the point of balance moved a little bit back, so it's more friendly for turning with this kind of Scandinavian blade or also grind. This one is a winner for it, for the feeling how it goes through. The worst for me here was the cold steel jungle. I don't know why they call it jungle, because if I will have to choose one of these to go through jungle, I won't take this one. It's too heavy for it. This is great chopper. When you see, when I did the chopping, hard chopping with this, you know, thicker stub or hardwood, I mean dried and these, but this is definitely chopper as a chopper, not for this. You become very fast tired, and the performance for the path clearing isn't as good as, for example, this one. Also the Gerber gator, I put it for the second place. Then this Ontario bushcraft machete for path clearing on the third, and the tops. It's very good for handling, but 3 millimeters thick spine, so it's tiring. So the light machete here is better. So that's why the Tramontina is the first, and the last one, the fifth position, is the cold steel jungle machete. For me, that's how I feel that. I've got still a problem with the elbow, so I can use all these swings with light, but as you can see, I can still do it. And with this one, it's very live, and I like it. Okay. So that was it about the machetes. I hope you like the test. If you want to ask me for something, a question about the machetes, I'll be happy to answer you. And anyway, all of these, well, was great. You can buy them, each of those. I'm happy for that. I got them. There is plenty of the machetes, but this one was my choice, and I guess I went from the most expensive part to the cheapest, and I'm glad for it. I've got a use for each of those machetes, so that's what I want to say. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Bye.